Hi, my name is Josh Robinson. 2 years ago, I bought this old modern house and have been restoring it since then. Last night, I realized that I hadn't been documenting much of it at all. Tonight, I've decided to change that. This is the house. The community is called Sunset Lanes. Okay, so an update where we are with the bathroom. We've got all the tile in. Everything's ready to go. Now, all we got to do is grout. Once we get the grout in, then I won't have to worry about any of the flooring, so we can put the final floor on top. Hopefully get that in today. So once that's done, then we'll trim everything out, and then it'll be ready for stain and paint. All right, one more wall left to do. We're going to take a little coffee break first. I'll tell you, I will not be quitting architecture to become a tile guy. At least not anytime soon. Not my thing. Not at all. Yeah, this water isn't even fun. All right, so we got all the grout in. I think everything looks really good and has just enough contrast with the tile that you get the same effect that you do when you look at it compared to the pegboard. You know, pattern is similar and you get the similar sort of effect. I think it works out very nicely. I was afraid about going any darker on the grout, and I think that this was the perfect color. So now that we've got that in, I think it's time that we start doing the floor. 14 by 27. Beautiful. So we've got the underlayment down, and I've got all the screw holes, and I'm ready to fill them, but once I fill them, then I gotta let them dry. So I think I'll do that before I go to bed tonight. And in the meantime, I think what we can do is actually get the baseboard radiator put back together. So down here, and then maybe we can get trim, the wood trim around the door, and then right before I go to bed, then we'll do the seams and the screw holes. Let that dry for 24 hours, and then later on this week, in the evenings sometime, I'll grab a little bit of time and get that tile put down. Beautiful. Now, this baseboard was on and off a number of times. The different times that the bathroom had been tiled and things like that. So there are a number of holes in the top that's mounted to the wall, even in the sides and everything that I redid. But I wasn't sure what holes I was going to use. So ultimately, this gets rolled white with a roller, so it'll have a thick coat of paint on it. I've got high build primer on it right now, so it'll turn out very nice. It's exactly what I did in the other rooms. But as far as the holes, the additional holes, we'll fill those and it'll look good as new. So that's the first time this baseboard has ever actually been aligned. Even when it was originally installed, it was about 1/4 inch off, up and down. So I shaved off a little bit off of that corner, pushed it in a little bit, just made a nice happy medium with the floor, the gap, and the grit of the tiles. I'm very happy with it. Finally, after better than 60 years, 65, nearly 70 years, it finally lines up right. So now that we got that in, we can start doing the trim. The trim is just like it is on this side and all the other pieces that we've already got in. The thing about it is, though, is that it's exceptionally narrow. So it's nothing that we can get off of the shelf right now, but it's pretty easy to make. And actually what it is essentially just a piece of ranch trim that we rip down. So I take, I think it's a 1/4 inch off of one side, and then the remainder off to get me down to 1.5 inches. So starting off with ranch trim makes it a heck of a lot easier, and it matches exactly the same arch of the original profile and gets us the original look. Okay, so that's most of the trim. There's a few other little pieces that we'll put on, but we're out of finishing nails. And it's getting a little late to be running the saw anyways. So what I think we'll do now is before bed, we'll mud up all these joints in the floor and the screw holes.